Hi, I'm Ed Quattlebaum, Director of Product Development at Attune Ag. Today, I'm really pleased to be able to discuss with you our Entrapment CK and how it performs on almonds. The company has completed several trials looking at both navel orangeworm control and Pacific spider mite control. In terms of navel orangeworm, we have evaluated control in two replicated trials, which were conducted in 2023 and 2025. And then we also, in 2025, did a very large commercial demo trial. So in the replicated trials, we used the same rotational strategy, which many growers are now employing in California, which takes three different modes of action and uses three different modes of action in a spray program. And typically, there are just three applications per season in California for navel orangeworm control. All the trials were conducted at 100 gallons per acre. In the demo trial, we used a two-product rotation, and instead of adding CK to the rotation, we actually made a combination. And we used a higher spray volume of 150 gallons per acre. So now let me describe the rotational strategy that we used in the first two trials. And that strategy was, there were three treatments. Treatment A was Altacor at 3 ounces per acre. Treatment B was Entrapment 2F at 16 fluid ounces per acre. And then the third treatment, treatment C, was Delicate at 3 ounces per acre. So the CK rotation used Altacor at 3 ounces per acre as treatment A, and then used Entrapment CK at 0.0625%, or 8 fluid ounces per 100 gallons for B, and then Delicate was at 3 ounces per acre, and that was treatment C. We had a final treatment, which was we wanted to determine whether Entrapment CK could be used by itself, not in addition or in rotation, but by itself. So we had three applications, A, B, and C, same timing as the other rotations, and we used CK at 8 fluid ounces per 100 or 0.0625%. The first graph we are looking at is the eventual rotation with the three different products. And you can see that there was a very high level of damage caused by navel orangeworm to the almonds. You can see the untreated have 37.2% damage, a substantial reduction with a conventional rotation of 27.8% damage. CK in rotation improved over the conventional by 11.5%, and the damage rating was 24.6%. The best treatment was CK by itself, which only had 22.4% damage, which was 40% better than the untreated check and 19.5% better than the standard. The next graph, we are looking at the demo trial. So here we used two different products. We used Entrapment 2F at 16 fluid ounces as treatment A, and then Altacor at 4 ounces as treatment B. We then, instead of having CK in rotation, it was a combination. So when we applied the Entrapment 2F and when we applied the Altacor, we added CK at 8 fluid ounces per 100 gallons or 0.062%. The other trials were conducted at 100 gallons per acre. This trial was conducted at 150 gallons per acre with a steel mist blower applied. The researcher commented on the trial as that CK tank mix with a conventional program for navel orangeworm control provided 60% reduction of navel orangeworm damage when compared to the grower standard program alone. So to summarize the navel orangeworm information that I've given you, Entrapment CK improved navel orangeworm control when applied either in a conventional rotation or as a combo product in a chemical rotation. CK applied alone also provided a high level of efficacy, outperforming the chemical rotation in one trial and being comparable in the other trial. Given the few options that remain for navel orangeworm control, Attune believes the physical mode of action of CK, which is less likely to develop resistance than chemical insecticides, should be an important resistance management tool for use by almond growers. Now we'll move into spider mites on almonds. If we look at the graph here, you can see this is the trial with Fujimite. There was only one use rate for CK, and that was 8 fluid ounces per 100 gallons, or 0.0625%. And you can see that 13 days after the single application, Entrapment CK provided 67% control. We then tried in 2025 another trial. In this trial, we evaluated Entrapment CK at 8 fluid ounces and 16 fluid ounces per 100, or 0.0625% and 0.125%. 13 days after the first application, the 0.125% provided 91% control versus the untreated check. And 10 days after the second application, we had 86% control versus the untreated check, showing that we had very high levels of control. If we go all the way out to 15 days after the second application, you can see that Entrapment CK substantially outperformed the single application of acromite. So the summary from mites is that CK at 0.125% appears to be the better performing rate compared to the 0.0625%. And when CK was applied at 0.125%, it provided comparable control to acromite at 13 days after the first application, which suggests a spray interval of 14 days. So in summary, in terms of the use of CK in almonds, CK should be considered for use in rotational programs for navel orangeworm control. In addition to providing navel orangeworm control, Entrapment has mitocidal activity and may suppress mite populations and reduce the likelihood of late-season mite sprays.